Voila, Chatroom's on.
Chatroom, what's it all about?
Ethics and values.
A start.
Chatroom, what's it all about?
Ethics and values.
A start.
Morality. Is there still any left?
Life is about choices.
Everyone has an opinion.
Debate is always good. Let's chat about it. A start.
Nyanbingelela nonke makhaya, and welcome once again for another thought-provoking chat right here in the chat room. Well, we are a few days away from Valentine's Day, and in the spirit of this day, we catch up with Unamani Nozakele, a couple we had on the chat room around Valentine's Day in 2014. Now, they were happily engaged, but they had a dilemma. The lady had said, Gutiana, she wanted to be pampered by a fiancé and also return the favor whenever it was Valentine's Day. But her husband-to-be wanted to have none of it. Now, he is a proud African man who doesn't see the value of Valentine's Day in his love life. Here's more on the couple and the Valentine's Day dilemma they had last year. Take a look.
Chatroom's on.
Let's chat about it. A start.
And I strongly believe with Valentine's Day because I believe it's important to spoil it, pampered. Not only that, ngifuna ukuphampa ngiwa now ngitholela ama gifts. Ungasika nje a little bit of a card ngibonisa uthatha amakhandlela uyawalighter. It's not just about imali, it's about showing umuntu ukuthi I'm appreciator. Because if you don't, obviously khona omunye ozombonisa. So 14 February is nothing but the way. So ngisho kanjalo ukuthi everyone may celebrate whether uyayithanda uyithanda. If awuyithanda, okay ke meet umuntu wakho halfway ngoba I relationship ifuna abantu ukuthi babe together. Because mina ngumuntu wesimame, 14 February it means a lot. Ngizala abantwana ngapha ngiyapheka ngapha ngiyahlonipha kodwa uzongitshela ukuthi wena i14 February we celebrate mele ungibonise ila khona umele uhlanye kakhulu uyapheka uyakorobha that day ngifuna le embedeni nje angivuke ekseni ngibona breakfast in bed, strawberries, flowers, cream, a little bit of champagne, ibe sparkling nje just to show me ukuthi yazi mama sekhaya I love you ngiyakuthanda uyikho konke.
Hayi wala uzakhele uMasheleni MaChing-Ching umalo mina ngindoda umZulu ke bafethu angibelieve nje kulezi zinto zo Valentine's Day yabona cause lezi zinto lezi zifika manje yabo izinto zabelungu yabona so mina ngisadla ngodala ke mfowethu ngumfana walembazwane kwaZulu Natal nguzwide ngusothondo sodinana samaphungu nkabandla wena waseGudunkomo ngumZulu wangampela ke mina bafethu umfazi wami ngiyamthanda impela ngamenzela yonke into engimenzela yona kodwa ngeke ke ngiphile nje ukuba umlungu mina ngumuntu nje ngishisa impepho impela ngisakhuluma emsamo nabantu abadala ngomuntu wesintu lezi zinto zo Valentine's Day angibelieveli kuzo ngoba first thing zimosha imali if umuntu umthanda vele ngiyamkhombisa everyday umama uyazi ubaby ngiyamkhombisa everyday ukuthi ngiyamthanda why kumele Valentine's Day for me I believe with this thing nje isweke sekuyachonyolana ukuthi no Valentine's Day what igqokwa abo red and white yabona angeke ngizenze lezo zinto lezi izinto ezifike nabelungu lezo thina mina ngikhule umkhulu wami engayenzi lonto ubaba wami ngaze ngibone enze lonto leyo yabona bangathuka kabi namadlozi ami mabeke ukuthiwa hawu Masheleni so celebrate Valentine's Day yini yona le iqhamuka lezi zinto iqhamuke manje bezingeke izinto zama 70s lezi izinto zabelungu emakhuzwa awungitshele ke sithando sami lo Valentine's yini o Valentine's Day wakho ufuna ngikwenzeleni ke sithando sami ngoba phela yonke into ngiyayenza kodwa ngathi lo Valentine's nje uzogcina isixabanisa
mina ngizocela ukuthi baba you must go out all the way ungikhiphe Mauritius if you can't afford Mauritius ikhona Sun City likhona iTheku indawo nje eseduze affordable ungibonisa ukuthi mama I can spend so much for you ngoba imali means nothing then uthando lithi le 14 February because mina ngiyakuthanda nawe ke ngibonise ngalokho engizomjabulisa.
Hayi sithando sami yabona nje ngifuna uqamba manga ngikuthanda impela ukufa kodwa nje yabo lonto ngingathenga umuzi ngaleyo mali umntwana wethu usinothando nje ukukhuleka manje una 6 years ziningi izinto ayifunayo ziningi izinto kumele ngizenze mina uyazi ngumuntu othanda ukuhlaba ngenza umsebenzi wesinto leyo nto nje le ngalokhuza nje ngenza into eziningi
usaleyo mina 14 February it will always be special uma ngithanda kweqiniso baba ngicela ushintshe ingqondo zakho ngoba nami ngakwazi ukushintsha ingqondo zeculture ngaqoka lezi zinto ozifunayo so ngicela ngaso sonke isikhathi ungicelebrate nami
kunzima lokho Valentine's
ukuthi ukwenze lokho ngoba mina nawe siyathandana futhi nomntwana futhi mina ngiyingoduso yakho so baba ngicela ukuhloniphe lokho
makhuzwa ngikuthanda impela kodwa lokho ke Valentine's Valentine's ngeke ngikuthanda impela sithando
Baba
sami.
uzokwenza
Ngimoshe
uma
imali.
uqiniso baba ngizocela ukwenza uzoprova ngalokho so ngokunikela inselele nje 14 February ngicela ukuthi ukwenze babila uzoprova khona uthando lakho
Baby, ngumuntu wama-culture, I don't believe in my
uma umuntu
Valentine.
wama-culture kumele ungimithe halfway
You can't change. Ngiphile ukuba umlungu. I'm not white, babe.
mangingolwe iqiniso uzongiprovela no
Babe,
14
I'm
February
black, ngumzulu wangampela nje.
sengishela
Nawe
kuwe-ke baba
Chatroom's on.
Let's chat about it. Start.
So later on the show, we'll be catching up with Unamane Nozakele to hear if there's been any change of heart from either of them after their session with us on the chatroom. But first, let's recap on the chatroom session they had with us and our experts in studio. We'll be back after the break.
Debate is always good. Let's chat about it. Start. Debate is always good. Let's chat about it. Start.
Welcome back. Today we're revisiting engaged couple Unamane Nozakele, who loved each other, but they didn't see eye to eye on the issue of celebrating Valentine's Day. Now, it's a year after they came onto the chat room to chat to subject experts about the meaning of this day and the significance of celebrating it, if any. How are they dealing with the whole Valentine's Day issue now? We'll catch up with them shortly. For now, here are the highlights from that chat, Unamane Nozakele, the chat they had in studio with our experts. Take a look.
Chatroom's on.
Let's chat about it. Start.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us on the show.
thank you
Siswam, yini kangaka le Valentine's Day uyithanda? I mean, what is it about Valentine's Day that you like so much?
into engiyithandayo ukuthi each and every year we are getting born siyazalwa mina nozakhele meaning uthando lethu liyakhula each and every year so ngifuna ukuthi ngishaware appreciate because ngingoduso yakhe ngimzalele 6-year-old appreciate ngibonisa ukuthi ngimbokodo. I don't mean ukuthi ngispendele a whole lot. It's not about money, it's about appreciating me. Ungaya kwi garden ukama flowers because women we rule the world. Ngabe nathi asikho ngababekho. So in Valentine's Day
so uzakhele yena wenzani on Valentine's?
He's always spoiling me, but unfortunately Vela, he doesn't buy me anything, not a flower, nothing, and it hurts me.
He's always spoiling you.
Yes.
But he doesn't buy you a flower. He doesn't do anything on Valentine's Day. Is that what you're saying?
Ngifuna ebe more beyond, like ebe ballistic
So
on that day.
more on Valentine's
Like
Day.
ebe crazy like everyone, because give me important.
What would you like him to do?
Like anything, surprise. It can be a card, a flower, like roses, candles.
Zakhele.
Sister.
Oh, Siswam, it seems like she's not asking for too much. Is it too much to ask for? Just on that one day. Would you understand which I'm a spoiler, vele?
Yeah.
But ufuna nje on the day kube extra special.
I don't believe in Valentine's Day, yabo. Because into ngumzulu mina yabo. So ugogo wami nabomkhulu wami abakhulanga benza lezi zinto yabo.
So when I show Valentine's Day, awenzi nix njengabo.
Believe nje kuye futhi angiyazi ne date yayo ukuthi ngengaka, but I know it's February because ngizalwa ngoFebruary, uzalwa ngoFebruary, but nje believe kuye. And I don't think khona ngangichange. Ngiyamthanda ubaby, but uyazi nje Valentine's Day yayi.
Nkatek, where does Valentine's Day come from?
There is a number of historical accounts of where Valentine's Day come from the Greek Orthodox to the mythology to the Roman Catholic and so on. So there's a number of them, and actually the more you read about it, the more you can see that there's not even consensus about the historical perspective of this, because sometimes originally it was for wedding the war men and women, and at times on the other angle it was for dying for love, the martyrdom of the whole issue of love. So
and fertility
and so on. So you know, actually when you go down history, in other contexts it had nothing to do with love as well. So it's now in the modern day, which is in the 19th century, so your 18-somethings, that it started to be commercialized.
So clearly Valentine's Day has evolved over time. It is what it is, and we celebrate it for what it is. It's about gifts, about celebrating love between two people. And what Namani is asking for, is it outrageous? And it turns out he does spoil her during the year. So why must he make this day extra special?
I think this goes to show how much of the pop culture can infiltrate into society. You know, with her, Namani, you are spoiled every day, and maybe somebody else watching might be asking, what else are you asking for? Because already those things are being done for you or to you. But for her, it's about this particular day that we need to focus our attention on, where things need to be out of the ordinary, and, you know, Masheleni needs to go an extra mile. Studies have even showed that people who are not treated in this way, like queens and so on, they may even go into depression.
Dennis, what do you have to say? Women are emotional beings. I mean, what Namani is asking for, I don't think it's outrageous. Shouldn't my brother over here, I mean, spoiler on that day, it's just one day.
Baba.
Hola.
Hi, right kanjalo, Baba. You just right. No, hi. You know what? I think this thing has been, is that this past of Valentine's Day has been now overrated, you know. You see, I don't celebrate for some reason that I've learned that we only have to wear red and white, and you know the Cupid, that Cupid shoot the arrow straight into your heart, you know. And that's all I knew. But about spending money and taking, buying some good stuff for a girl, presents, and you know, it's just they commercialize it too much. Number one, and it's American way as well to make money. It's money making business.
Fair enough. Fair enough. People may be making money from it, and you can say it's an American way or it's foreign. It's not your culture, but the fact is. The results of Valentine's Day, it's about, the essence at least, is that you're making somebody else feel special. So the fact that your wife or your partner, whoever, is going to feel special on that day, should that not be enough for you to do it?
Yeah, okay.
Even if it's for selfish reasons, but it's just it's one day, a few hours.
Hey, Baba, that one day, my point exactly, that one day, Hallmark is making money. What
are the benefits of not understanding your wife's needs or your partner's needs or your girlfriend's needs?
It's going to be downhill from there. She has been complaining, and then it's going to be the next year, and then the next year, and then the next year. And sometimes you'll find that she becomes bitter, she becomes, you know, argumentative over little things that maybe did not even used to be an issue, just because 15 years ago, we did not do a Valentine, and even today we are not doing a Valentine. So that thing then makes it to be cold towards him. So there is no growing in the relationship, and relationships are really about growth. They are about moving to the next level. The days when she was the girlfriend are over. Now she is the wife. She's the mother of the umamumtuan, and meaning that they are moving to the next level. So in order for him to nourish that relationship, he also needs to come on board, meet her halfway.
But when we say he needs to come on board and meet her halfway, we're talking from Namani's point of view. You also mentioned something interesting, that there are a few love languages. One is receiving of gifts, which is hers. But maybe Namani is not understanding a love language, Yagazakel, you know? Maybe let's go through a few love languages that one can experience in a relationship.
The other love language is acts of service. Okay, so acts of service will be the cooking for her, or helping her to clean the house, or washing the car, and so on. The other love language is physical touch. For other people, it means a lot to walk in town, you know, holding hands with somebody. For another person, it's quality time. You know, for them, having their man or their woman being in the house, being there, and just being available for them emotionally, even if it's in dead silence. For them, it says,
a love language.
Exactly, it says, I love you.
Okay. Having heard Usis Nkateko and going through the different love languages, which one do you think you are?
Siyawabheka ama-movie ngiyambhayela even ama-chocolate uyazi, and i-problem yami izinto engingabelieve ukuze angikhona ukuzenza like abo-Valentine's Day, and I don't think khona umuntu ongangichange ngaleyo nto leyo, because mina ngumuntu wama-culture. Thina usiko lakithi kwaZulu, umfazi amaZulu sinothando olukhulu, kodwa manje kunezinto esingazenzi according to usiko yabona.
So wena umkhombisa ukuthi uyamthanda ngokubheka ama-movie naye nokumthengela izinto.
Yeah, but not nge-Valentine's Day. Why kumele ngikwenze nge-Valentine's Day? Because it's waste of money for me mfethu. Leyo mali ngenza into eningi, sinomntwana sinothando kumele senze i-future ngabhayi izinto because abantu they are spending a lot of money ngama-Valentine's for nothing.
He does take me out to the movies. He will go out a lot. He helps me clean the house. But mina into engicela kuye ukuthi i-Valentine's Day ifana ne-birthday kimi. It's like uthando lethu liyazala each and every year. Akumelanga ukuthi that day ngoba uyayazi ukuthi special kanjani I-ignore. Ngifuna ukuthi he must go out all the way. Nami ngiyamthengela. It's not just about me, it's about us. It's not about culture, it's about love. It's not about umkhulu wakhe wayenza. If two people are in love that day, that's why ngithanda ngoba it's all about love. They meet each other halfway. Njengoba esho mina ngikhulelanga endaweni zasezilalini noma emakhaya, ngikhulele town, but even you can look today, I always make sure there's something to impress him. Umuntu osenza into ze-culture ngiyahlonipha because in the name of love, in the name of Valentine's Day, I respect ukuthi nabantu they meet each other halfway because nami ngimithile ngezinto zamasiko. It's not about ugogo wakhe, it's not about umkhulu. Saphili in the days of Abo Shaka Zulu. That's olden days. Manje siphila kwisimanje manje. Mina ngumfazi wakhe yedwa mele appreciating values.
There's certain things that Namani mentioned ukuthi as much as Zakhele is Zulu, as much as he believes he believes strongly in certain things, but we can't live like we're an island. We are influenced by other cultures. It's one of the many things that influence us, and it doesn't mean any harm.
The grave party, because of this influence, also made Zakhele not to be so strict on his custom, because of she must say actually thank you, Zakhele. He already came halfway by only having her as a wife. He does not have any other wives. You know, he does not share any other household with any other woman. Zakhele is a man.
Yes,
he's a Zulu man.
Yes, but what you make it sound, I mean, I love African culture. And a lot of people think we would see African culture, I don't necessarily think so. I think it's what we've made it out to be. So but what you're implying now is never mind about what you want and what you think you should get. You must be grateful already that I'm doing this. But so what? So does that mean that she has no say and she can't say this is how I'd like to be treated?
There's nothing wrong with that, but I mean, what about the other days? So that means I'm not going to cook all the other days. I'm not going to cook all the other days.
No, she
I'm not going to do any good stuff for other days. Just that day?
No, don't just take cooking. She says, that day, let that day be about me. Just about me. So I don't care whether you're cooking or not cooking. Find creative ways. And if you're worried about the money, okay, don't buy anything, but make me feel special just on that day. But me. Not me and your son and everyone else around us and us and the family. Me.
As ngisho ukuthi I'm a Zulu man, I'm allowed ukuthi ngithathe abafazi abaningi. Wangicela savumelana ukuthi ucela ukuthi ngingathathi omunye. Kuba yena yedwa because mina like umkhulu wami unabagogo abawu5.
So acela isandla sakufuna ingalo yonke manje.
So uyangicela yabona ngiyasacrifice fanele ngabe mhlawumbe nginabafazi abawu3. So ezinye izinto engikhombisayo ukuthi ngiyamthanda ngazo. Manje mase ngizofuna Valentine's Day in yabona ngam-respect ngathi no ngeke ngithatha amakho ukuthi ngibe nama-wife nabafazi abawu3 or 2. Yabo wabo umkhulu wami bebenza umkhulu ozala umama una7 umkhulu ozala ubaba ubena3 yabona.
So basically, because of where you come from in your culture, when you feel like you are sacrificing, what is it about being Zulu? Because I think it's got nothing to do with culture, about giving her what she wants.
Yeah, but why kumele kube force ukuthi ngenze ngalo date? Ngakwenza anytime ngiyamkhombisa ukuthi ngiyamthanda mfethu, but kunezinto ngeke ngikhona ukuthi ngizenze nami. Kanti ngabe ufunani? Inhliziyo yami ngimnika yonke. Hayibo ngeke phela.
Very quickly before ngibala, le nduku imeleni.
Induku lena into yamasiko mina ngi-firstborn ekhaya, so abomkhulu bami bama-king bezinkosi. And beside I'm a musician, I'm a great artist yabo, so ingigadile nokhokho bami secrets futhi.
Chatroom's on.
Let's chat about start.
What a discussion. Question is, did Zakhele have a change of heart, or has Namani now abandoned the idea of being serenaded and pampered like many other women in love on the 14th of February? Well, After the break, we catch up with the now married Namani Nozakele and hear whether they have reached an understanding on the issue of Valentine's Day. So stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Debate is always good. Let's chat about it. Start. Debate is always good. Let's chat about it. Start.
Welcome back. Before the break, we saw highlights of a studio discussion that engaged couple Unamani Nozakele had in our panel of experts, with our panel of experts last year on the chat room. Now, Uzakele was adamant that he would not celebrate Valentine's Day. Well, his then fiancé Namani is a hopeless romantic who likes the idea of being pampered whenever February comes around. They are now a married couple and parents to a bouncing baby. Uzakele and Namani are more in love than ever before. But what about the matter of Valentine's Day? Here's a catch-up on the couple. Take a look.
Chatroom's on.
Let's chat about it. Start.
I-experience yami e-studio yo nice kanjani. It was so phenomenal kanjani. Ubaba sekhaya uchangile. I am more calm, more relaxed. I'm happy because I promise heaven and earth this time I'm 14, which is gonna go all the way. Wes manje, he's so excited kakhulu sengimzalele indlalifa. So uyabona ngempela ukuthi ngimbokodo yangempela not imbokodo yokudlala. So ngijabulile ngaphandle kwe-chatroom angazi because idala ngilwa lempile. So finally senginqobile, sengilinde nje my husband. Not only that, wangilobola officially, wangifaka i-ring, saba ne-certificate, sengu-wife officially, not nje ukuthi ngilobole kuphela, sengine-certificate nomntwana manje ngicedile. So ngifuna ukubonga i-chatroom ngaphandle kwe-chatroom angazi ngaba ngiyithola ngalento engiyifunayo ukuthi ngi-celebrate i-Valentine's Day yami. So sengimlindile ukuthi it's gonna go out all the way.
Mina experience yami e-studio ikhonile ukuthi umfazi angigobe noma ngumfana ngindoda umZulu. Because it's not easy ukuthi wenze umZulu as I understand the law yabona, but because of senginanengcosi yabona nokuthi nami ngifundile ukuthi unkosikazi awuthi ngizama ukuthi ngehlisa ikhanda noma ngomuntu obelivela kakhulu kumasiko, because mina ngibelieve lezi zinto zesilungu zesimanje yabona, but ngenzile just for yena ngoba senginanengcosi umnqobe yabo. So unkosikazi ngigcine sengehlisa ikhanda yabo ngoba kubalekile nokuthi abantu besifazane imbokodo siphathe kahle yabona. Ngithola because abantu besifazane without bona ngaba sikho yabona, ngabe uma wami akekho nami ngaba ngikho yabo. So yona decision engiyenzayo engigcine ngayenza yabo. So i-chatroom ikhonile ukuthi ingigobe ngoba bengeke ngize ngivume nje ukwenza lezi zinto zo-Valentine's, kodwa sengizoyenza-ke phela ukujabulisa umama.
Advise yami to any woman ukuthi if uyimbokodo keep on dreaming, kodwa uphuphe ngenhlonipho because nami bengazi ukuthi iphupho lami lokuthi i-Valentine's Day bazongispoiler the way ngifuna ngakhona izokwenzeka. Don't give up, keep on dreaming and respect. Ungani nomnyeni wakho whether ipartner yakho, kodwa kwenze ngenhlonipho, but ekugcineni if uyamrespecta uzogcina abona ukuthi no man lo muntu uyangirespecta, uyangithanda, akali nami but uyafunda lento leyo ukuthi ngimjabulise. Not only Valentine's Day, anything ongayenza lifini, keep on pushing, unga give up. At the end of the day izoba reality. Sihloniphane sibabomama sithandane siguce phansi njengoba ngangishilo the last time uzoyithola into efunayo because sengiyitholile. So that's the most important thing, unga give up. So Valentine's Day is not just about that day futhi every day and include inhlonipho nothando nokuthi nimamelane. So ayigcini nje ngalelanga le-14. So to all the ladies out there, big up ngisho kanjalo nge Valentine's Day. Chatroom rocks ngoba yesibonisa indlela sengijabule kakhulu.
Chatroom's on.
Let's chat about it. Start.
Well, that's all we have time for today on the chat room. Would you continue this discussion with us on our social media platforms, on Facebook and on Twitter, on our website, thechatroom.co.za, as well as on our hashtags, thechatroom and Valentine's. Tell us what you did for Valentine's Day. That's all we have time for today. From Sarah Tabete and the rest of the chatroom team, goodbye and God bless.